Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner, and today I have Hayden Bishop with us. She's a speaker, athlete, and actress. So welcome to the show, Hayden.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll dive in. The first question I have for you is, what's the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
So when I first started out after high school, I hopped right into college, not knowing really what direction I wanted to take, and went through a few semesters of marketing, then business, then decided college wasn't the route for me. I would do something technical. So I went to massage therapy school for a little while and just kind of kept going along this path of chasing something just to sort of get by or provide money for living. And I come to realize after graduating from massage therapy school and getting a job in the real world that that's not what life is about. You have to find something that you love and that you're good at, because otherwise you're never going to be happy. And when you find that, don't be afraid to go after it just because you don't know how to do it. There's not always a clear path of how to get into voiceover or how to become an actress or even how to make money as an athlete. But if you are good at it and you're passionate about it and you just keep making steps towards that, eventually it'll come together.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is such an important lesson. And what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
It's all about relationships, aka what people call networking, even though no one really likes that word. Life is about your relationships, and with any type of work that you want to pursue, you need to be connected and have real, genuine relationships with the people in that industry.
And it might tie in, but what's your best piece of overall business advice, not necessarily industry specific?
Mind over matter. Whatever you set your mind to, there is a will and a way you can accomplish that. You just have to believe in it first.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Before jumping into anything just because you're finished with school, think about what you want and lay out and design exactly how you would create your perfect life, and then start making steps towards that.
And in your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
I think mainly two things. Number one, you have to be healthy, because if you don't have your health, you cannot be happy physically, emotionally, or mentally. And number two, doing what makes you happy. Work takes up a lot of your life, and if you're not doing something that fulfills you, you're not going to be happy.
And what's the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
This was a hard one. My best and favorites are hard for me. I like variety, but I chose The Hunger Games, and it taught me that things are always changing in the world, and sometimes things change very unexpectedly, and you have to learn to adapt to that.
And what is your favorite quote and why?
It is, let go of fear, ego, and belief. It keeps me calm, grounded, and focused on what I really want to do, and also just to be a good person.
Thank you so much for coming on, Hayden. The last question that I have for you before we let you go is, where's the best place for people to find you online?
Online, I've got Facebook, Hayden Bishop, Instagram, Hayden Bishop 92. I have a website, haydenbishopvoice.com.
Perfect. Thanks again for coming on, Hayden. We really appreciate it.
No problem. I had a great time. Thanks.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.